feeling now, bedhead? Not so hot, huh?
Cold. Freezing cold.
Good. Oi! But then the wind started to blow, and the ice turned to snow, and the snow danced and whirled faster and faster and faster until all the snow had fallen and all was quiet and soft.
Boy, that's better. I don't feel so hot anymore. Thanks, Granny. Thanks, Lunette.
Oh, you're welcome. Does this mean you're off to deliver more packages?
Yes, it does. And my first one is special delivery for Granny Garbanzo.
For me? Oh, you shouldn't have.
Well, actually, I should. It's my job.
Open it, Granny. See what's inside.
Oh, it's wool for knitting.
Knitting. What a coincidence.
Well, I have to be off. Time for me to finish the rest of my deliveries. Nothing like a good chill in the air to keep you active and alert. Well, a courier's work is never done. Granny, Lunette, goodbye, and thank you.
Listen, Granny, could you teach me how to knit? I wanted to make some mittens for Molly, but I'm not very good with wool. I mean, it gets all tangled and then I get mad. Well, not mad really, just...
Frustrated?
Frustrated, yeah, that's it. And, well, then I feel all tangled up inside myself and I don't know what to do next.
Well, the first thing to remember is don't give up. It's not hard. It just takes practice, like winding wool. Here, you can help me. Sit over there and hold your hands out like this. That's it. This is how we start.
Okay. Granny, I'll never be as good a knitter as you.
I wasn't always a good knitter.
You weren't?
No, I had to practice. And I had to remember not to give up. Let me tell you a story about when I was a young girl. Back in the old days. Back in the old country. Long ago, there was a girl, and her mother called her Doña. She lived in the country on a farm. Things were different there and then. In winter, Doña had lots of chores, lots of jobs to do. She carried wood to the wood stove, and the stove crackled and warmed everything as she carefully fed the fire. The kettle whistled as snow fell softly outside. Doña was a bouncy little girl. She didn't like to sit still. Her mother said she was full of beans. Doña liked to skate on the river. She liked to ski in the woods. She liked to chop the wood. She liked to milk Buttercup, their cow. Even in the winter, out in the cold barn. Back then, people knitted their own hats and mitts and scarves to keep warm. Sometimes the hats and mitts were itchy and scratchy, and Doña didn't like that. So sometimes her mother would buy special soft wool just for her to knit her own self. But Doña didn't like to knit. Why? Because she had to sit still and stay in the house and count the stitches. Knit 1, purl 2. Knit 1, purl 2. It made her bored. It made her sleepy. Knit 1, purl 2. Knit 1, purl 2. Could she please go skating on the river? Could she please go skiing in the woods? Could she please feed Buttercup the cow? Not until she finished 11 rows of knitting. 11? Yes, 11 whole rows. Because it was important to have warm knitted scarves for winter, so she wouldn't catch a cold. Knit one, purl two. Knit one, purl two. Donya liked it when the kittens would play with the balls of wool. But then, she was the one who had to untangle the knots. Not fair. But she didn't give up. Knit one, purl two. Knit one, twirl two. I mean, purl two. Hey, that was it. Donya would make up a game, a knitting game, so she wouldn't get bored. She was so smart. She would knit and twirl. She would knit a whole row, and then she would jump up and twirl too. Her mother thought she was silly and fun. And that was how Donya learned to like knitting. Knitting and twirling, knitting and twirling, knitting and twirling. She became a very good knitter. And I became an even better twirler.
Oh, Granny, you sure can twirl.
I do a pretty mean hoochie coochie too.
Oh, thanks for telling me that story. Next time I won't give up so easily. But you know, right now I should get going back to Molly and see how she's doing.
Well, why don't you take these mittens that we made for Molly? Oh, and the nose warmers too. Okay?
Okay, thanks again, Granny. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Hey there, Molly. Look what I brought you. Mittens, see? Granny Garbanzo made them. And I'm gonna learn how to knit. I am. I'm not gonna give up. So how are you feeling anyway? Oh, hey, is your nose cold? It is. There we go. Well, this looks like a job for Dr. Lunette. There we go. This can be our thermometer. And we'll just take your temperature. Tuck it under your arm like that. There you go. Oh, and now you want some spaghetti. Spaghetti. Molly, did you know that the word spaghetti starts with the letter S? The alphabet game? Good idea. Hey, sometimes laughter is the best medicine. Come on. Okay. Can you guess the letter of the day? Can you guess? Yes. Can you see the shape I'm making with my body? What's that? Do you see it? Oh, you think it might be the letter S? So you guessed it. It is the letter S. That's super, splendid, spectacular. Yes for S. S for skating. So, Molly, how are you feeling? Oh, I see you found some spaghetti for yourself, huh? Well, then you must be feeling better. Let's check your temperature, shall we? Go. Oh, you're all better. Gee, I wonder if it was the chicken soup, or the spaghetti, or maybe it was my TLC. Tender loving clown. Well, everything is perfect now. Yeah, everything is totally back to... Hey, wait a minute. Who made this big mess? Me? I did all this? Oh, well, then there's only one thing for me to do. Get ready for the 10-second tidy. Ready, set, go! That's right, Molly. We don't give up until the job's done, even if it's when we're cleaning up after ourselves. Well, I'm glad you could be with Molly and me today. Take care. Thanks for coming over. Sweet dreams. And the clown jumped over the moon.